inside lots of things are there. By means of the lots of things, what we have, they have the basically the moving coil instruments. If it is the analog type, they have the number of the shunts and voltmeter multiplier. By means of the voltmeter multiplier means we are going to measure the high range of the voltages. At the same time we want to step down the same that quantity, and we are able to have the measure of the same onto the meter. And obviously they have the selector switches, means which quantity we want to measure, we can select that range or the quantity. What is the use of multimeter? At the primary stage, when installation and everything is going to done at the domestic side or industrial side, the multimeter can check actually the insulation of the same, or we can say the continuity of the equipment. That is the most primary use of the multimeter. Now, what are the types of the multimeter? So previously analog multimeter was introduced, and right now currently we are using the DMM, that is the digital multimeter. Analog multimeter has the some disadvantages or limitation, like their scaling is there or limited scaling is there, their pointer vibration is there, accuracy compared to the digital one, calibration problem is there, number of ranges, and if we put into the non-horizontal surface, our reading may change. So that are the basic disadvantage which will lead with the analog multimeter, and we switch over to the digital multimeter. So nowadays the analog is replaced by the digital multimeters. Obviously, what are the disadvantages of the analog one? They become the advantage with the digital one. So they are easy to use, more functions are there, and accuracy is also going to be more. And simply we can easily check our reading because it's a display one. The next slide will show the diagram of the digital multimeter and a view of the analog one. We can easily say into the digital one, this is the display which will lead the work very easily. We can read out some ranges are there, whether we want to go with the AC one, whether we want to go with the DC one. This is the knob with the help of which we can change the direction or the quantity we want to measure. These are the continuity test or continuity, we can go with that one. Over here we can select the different ranges for the measurement purpose. Now all that things are missing or very tedious one into the analog multimeter. And see, these are the scalars or the pointers are there on which we can select the range. Over here the ranges are there, we can select that range over here, and yes, it will take the time, consume the time, and that's why if person is unable to read the reading properly, it will go into the malfunctioning or the answer is going to be the wrong one. So the whole quantity is going to be the wrong one. So work is not going to be done properly if accuracy is not there. Next one is the grounding. Let me clear that grounding and the earthing, you might find both are the same. There is very thin line or very small basic difference between the grounding. So you might find grounding and earthing in same at the most cases. Now electrical grounding or earthing means connection of the all the electrical equipments, whether it is live or non-live, means metallic or non-metallic one, appliances, whatever, we want to make it that connection at the zero potential, so that in the case of fault or the leakage one, that faulty quantity will directly go at the zero reference one or at the zero potential one. So that is the basic use of the grounding or the earthing. Now what is the grounding or how it is going to be there? So equipment which we are going to use, it's said to be earth when the all of its part, whether conducting or the non-conducting parts, they are effectively connected by means of any conducting device, means a wire, a metal rod is there, or plate is there, or any another conducting object or the material. Obviously it is kind of measure to make the protection during the fault condition, and most of we want to save the human life when we are going to working or we are working at a high ranges. Example again, a person is there, a normal human have so much of the various type of the resistance with respect to ground. It can have the skin, body, foot resistance, footwear is there, and floor on which or ground on which we are standing. So everything is going to take into the account. It's approximate, it can vary with respect to person, but the major thing is there, if grounding is not going to done or earthing is not going to done properly, we are coming across the all this particular range on which or the parameter on which we are working, and we directly feel the shock or the earth into that case if it will pass through our body as it is shown. Normally the range or the value of particular earth resistance or earthing one, that we are going to be less than 2 ohm, and yes, the body resistance of the human, it will vary from this one 1000 to the 3000 hertz means ohm, sorry, means 1k to 3k or up to the 6k it will go. So it's easy. If we do the earthing, what happened, the current or the fault quantity will select the low resistance path and it will try or it will flow through the earth path, not from the our body. According to the electricity rule of the board, what we required that all the equipment must be earthed or must be at a ground potential, except that one who has the double insulation. The earthing wire, if you look at the carefully of our domestic side also, it run along the system only. It run along the system, and thickness of the same should be less than the 1/2 of the cross section of the thickness of the wire carrying the major current or the highest current into the system. Earthing can be done, and that will be if rod is there or a pipe or the plate is there. Some standard equations or some standard values are there. With the help of that we can do that earthing. Later on we will go with the figure of the same. How to do ground connection or the earthing. So basically we'll go or we might find the different diagrams into the circuits. One is with respect to earth, equipment, and the virtual is there. So if earthing is going to be there, this will be the diagram, actual diagram for the circuitry. When the equipment is going to be there, you will find this particular ground symbol onto that one. So that is for the equipment one. And the virtual is not the actually present, but yes, to prevent the shock, to make that use of the, we can anytime we can connect or we can create the virtual grounding, which will work as good as the grounding if we take proper care. Domestic side, let's go with this figure. It shows that one rod is there and one wire is coming, which is the earthing wire, and it is connected with that one. Now this rod is going to be there, or this pipe will be the grounding one. So in case of the fault or the leakage, all that particular fault quantity will come into this way and it is going to be at the ground. You will find such thing if you look at carefully at the outside of the home or residence in case of the domestic wiring or domestic use. The same can be elaborated or same can be shown with respect to this particular diagram. The same thing is there, but at the ground side what going to happen, one rod is there and it will go into the deeper into the ground, so that whatever the leakage quantity is there, that will be go at the leakage side, at the zero potential side. What is the importance of the earthing or the so-called grounding? The proper grounding system will provide the safety, which is the major cause for the human life. It will protect at the same time the equipments or appliances for our work. It will work against the time. It will make the stability into the system. So proper electrical grounding will lead into the stability of the system. Which are the factors which will affect that grounding? Safety of the human life, building, equipments, working place, it is there. Over voltage and voltage stabilization. First one, safety for the human life. To save the human life from danger of electric shock or death by providing the alternate path. So eventually it is going to flow from the low resistance path right? Because current is going to always prefer to flow into the low resistance path, and if earthing is going to provide properly, it is going to create the low resistance path, and all the fault current will flow or leakage current will flow into that one. Human body is not going to feel the shock. Similarly, it will provide protection to the building, machinery, appliances what we are going to use. It's also ensure that all exposed conductive parts do not reach at a dangerous potential. Means whatever the parts are there or appliances are there, whatever there, they are not going to reach up to the dangerous potential if proper earthing is provided. Last is to provide the safe path to dissipate the lightning and heavy leakage current into the case of the short circuit one. Over voltage protection. So many times we heard that so many equipments or so-called equipments are going to burn due to the voltage fluctuation or lightning or to the over voltages are there. So if proper earthing is going to done, one of the safety measure, it will provide the protection, because lightning, line surges or unintentional contact with the higher voltage lines can cause dangerous high voltages to the electrical distribution system. In the end, it will reach to our home appliance or domestic side or industrial side. Earthing provides an alternative path around the electrical system to minimize the damage in the system. Next one is the voltage stabilization. Voltage stabilization means we require one reference or one common platform which is going to provide by the earthing, because it is going to have the zero potential, right? So there are many sources of the electricity, means we are going to with the domestic side or generation side, transformers are there, generators are there. If they come at the common point, it's easy to calculate all the quantities for with respect to one equipment to the another. If it is not there, it will be become some tedious to make the relationship with the all of them. So the earthing, as I said, the zero potential is there, provide the universal standard for all that particular reference for that electrical system. Classification of the earthing. Earthing is classified into two main categories. The one is the system earthing, another one is the equipment earthing. System earthing primarily it's concerned with the protection of the electrical equipments by stabilizing voltages with respect to ground, what we just talked about. Let's stabilize the voltage with respect to ground. While equipment earthing is primarily concerned with the protection of the person from the electrical shock by maintaining the potential of non-current carrying equipment at or near ground potential. So it will carry or it will protect the human or the life by maintaining that potential which non-current carrying equipments are there at a ground potential. That is called the system earthing is going to be there. How to achieve that one? So when we talk about the generation side or distribution side, we have to provide or we have to have a neutral. So this is basically achieved by the earthing of the neutral into the supply system. Most of the modern supply system distribution side, they are operated with the neutral points which are grounded. The advantages of the same is there is no voltage rise in the healthy phases during the phase to earth fault, because earthing is going to take all that particular leakage current. So there is no chance to have the rise of the potential or the small quantity into the that particular healthy phases. No unbalanced one voltages into the particular healthy phases. Arcing grounds are going to be limited, means arcing will not take place into the ground sides or particular protection side if we have achieved the system earthing by the neutral side. Earth fault current can be utilized to operate protective relays, which are protective circuits, which are known as the earth leakage circuit breaker. Again, after few times we are going to go with the ELCB also. So by having the neutral, whatever the leakage currents are there, that is going to provide to the ELCB, which is earth leakage circuit breaker. So we can operate ELCB if we have the system earthing or grounding with respect to neutral side. One typical diagram which shows that one generator or transformer 3-phase winding is there. What we are going to do, neutral is there, and that neutral is going to be earth, a common point over here, and that is going to be at the earth side. So that is called the system. Now this is our system. Right now the generator or transformer, which are the main source of the energy for us, they are going to work as a system for us, and that's why such grounding is known as the system grounding. Methods of the neutral grounding. Now depending on to the protection and the rating of the system in which we are going to do this earthing, there are different categories of the neutral earthing. We are not going to go in deep into that one, but let's go with the names of the same. The one is the solid or effective grounding, means a simple wire is there of particular gauge as per the rating of the system, and it is going to ground that particular. Resistance grounding, as the name suggests, resistance is going to add into the neutral. Reactance are there, again some coils or the inductors are going to add, and the arc suppression coil grounding, which is the better form of the reactance grounding. So as per the requirement or the suitability or the nature of the fault or current what we can calculate, we can go with the different types of the neutral earthing. Equipment grounding. Now under the fault condition, the non-current carrying parts of the electrical installation, some frames are there or machines enclosures are there, some supports are there, or in case of substations or some industry fencings are there, they can also attend the high potential with respect to ground. So any human or the living things at or nearby that particular may have the shock, or that life can be there into the danger, or it can prove the fatal for the same. Now to avoid the such non-current carrying parts, this particular leakage or the fault current, that body is connected at the zero potential at the ground or at the earth. The same is known as the equipment earthing. Diagram for the understanding of the same. One simple system, 120 volt is taken. What happened? This is the chassis of the one frame or one equipment, outer side body is there, some fault is there.